but definitely not anything like Tuscany outside. They've created this beautiful suspended walkway the whole way along, probably from River del Garda, where people are walking the edge of the lake. What a beautiful walk to do that would be. So they're way up just off the edge of here where we are, but right on the lake's edge the whole way along. What beautiful views. Just when you think things are going so well and you arrive into Limone, look what happens. All of a sudden we got this really loud noise and we got some stupid thing with a nail right in our tyre, which means David will have to change it because of course the minute we try to pull that out, it will go flat anyway. I cannot believe this. What an adventure we're having. Well, at the moment, look at where I'm standing. It's beautiful, but this is not how I thought I was going to stop and have lunch at Limone. Poor David. Honestly, what can you do? Oh my goodness, talk about an adventure. So we're sitting in the Hotel Splendid Palace on Lake Garda because we've got a flat tyre. We have to wait for a tow truck who's either going to fix us or take us away somewhere. Only things happen to David and I. It's insane. So, but look where we're sitting. Let me stand up actually and I'll show you. Look where we are sitting at the moment. There's Limone, which we were just about to visit before the car decided to do this to us, literally as we were entering the town. And then you've got the beautiful mountains and the lake. And we're just going to, the beautiful people at the hotel have kindly said we can have some lunch with them, which is so lovely. They had sort of closed for, I think, for lunch, but they said, no, come in and we'll feed you. How wonderful. Such lovely people. So now David and I are having lunch by the lake. Et voila. Let's have a drink of some mineral water. Well, folks, if you have to break down, there are worse places in the world it could have happened. David and I are sitting in there waiting for our lunch to arrive. Oh, there's ruins of something here. And a beautiful big swimming pool. Wow, this is a gorgeous hotel actually. So we're in the dining room along there. And obviously that's all rooms. What a lovely place. Overlooking the entire village. Someone's working down there. The entire village of, or town actually, it's a town I would say, of Limone sul Garda, as I said. And these vistas which just go on and are so beautiful. Snow up on the mountain there. It relaxes us straight away. I said to David, at least we're relaxing now, even though we're having another bit of an adventure. It's beautiful. Our rather lovely mechanic is now fixing the car, and that is the kit. The thing that he has on the ground is the kit that we were meant to have with the car, but it wasn't there. So even if David had been able to do something, we couldn't because we were left without a kit and without a change tyre. So obviously a mistake has been made there, but at least they've been very, very quick to get someone to us, which is awesome. There goes our lovely mechanic. And thank you to the Hotel Splendid Palace on Limone del Garda for letting us stay for just a little while and being so sweet with us, saying the hotel was all ours for an afternoon. But now we are going to hit the road and with a newly repaired tyre.
The offending article.
Ah, yes. Let me zoom in. That thing was in our tyre. Stop moving it around, David. I'm trying. There we go. Now you can see the offensive article. Right through, it was actually not sticking out a little bit like he just showed you. It was actually the whole way in. So this gentleman has now repaired the tyre. Some of that blue stuff is some of the repair stuff. And yes, we should have had a repair kit. But anyway, we will cross that bridge. Oh, I'll need you to let me out. So this is called Maderno, and actually this is little markets. It's actually very, very pretty. Very pretty. Looks like a lovely town. We've seen some beautiful hotels along the waterfront, and all the sailing boats here lining the edge of the lake here. Lovely promenade to be able to walk for kilometres and kilometres along the lakefront, and some restaurants and bars and things. Yet another lovely place for sure. There's just so many pretty places along the lake's edge, and neither of us knew Lake Garda at all. Well, David hasn't been to any of the lakes. Have you done it? No. This is the first time for David, and he's loving it. It's the first time for me on Lake Garda, and I'm loving it too. Despite flat tyres or anything else, we're just going with the flow, aren't we, my love?
Absolutely.
Going with the flow.
Hotel Flaminia.
Perfetto, grazie. Well, do you know what? The universe is smiling down on David and I this evening. We've just arrived in this lovely hotel, Hotel Flaminia. There's a boat bringing everyone across, and he's given us an upgrade because of all the problems we've had. And look at the room we've ended up in. Holy moly is all I can say. Right on the waterfront, but when I turn around and show you the room, it's quite extraordinary. So we've got these lovely chairs where you can sit basically at our balcony.
The bed where you look over.
It's very modern, very, very modern. Oh, sorry, darling. Sorry, I just tripped. Our bed, which obviously, when you're lying in bed, that's what you see. And there are windows the whole way around, every one of them with another lake view. So this is the lovely bed area. Look at the freestanding bath, which David and I love baths. A beautiful double sink area, very, very modern, with a window above there. And this will be a very, very spacious shower with the rain head, of course, but has a lovely seat inside actually. What a gorgeous shower. And then across here we have a lovely, another view, of course. Yet another view out to the water. A lovely desk area with an espresso machine. Lots of pods there so we can make some coffee. We have a wardrobe here. Shelves, etc., and a lit up wardrobe, Japanese style. And I'm not sure what that door is, David. Is that door an opening door? Or is that just something for them? About perhaps stores? Oh no. Where does that go?
Of course.
Oh, of course. I forgot toilet and bidet. I hadn't seen those anywhere else. I forgot they had to be here as well. Otherwise, we'd be in strife if we had a beautiful suite like this without a toilet. Aren't we? Oh my gosh, I got goosebumps. The lovely young man who brought the suitcase up, he opened the door and I just went, oh my goodness gracious me, are you kidding me? Honestly, people are so lovely, so lovely. I told him, about us having the breakdown today and how we were pretty exhausted because the whole trip the last few days had been quite challenging, really, very, very exhausting and quite stressful. And he said, look, I'm going to give you an upgrade, but I had no idea what that meant. I did not think it meant anything of the kind. So we are very, very happy chappies. We've just come back down to the lovely terrace where we're right on the waterfront. Look at the colour of the water, it's beautiful. And we're so lucky it stayed. Oh, there's ducks, David. Cute ducks. They're a really pretty colour, actually. They're gorgeous. So, as you can see, there's another lovely terrace on the hotel next door to us. Beautiful views across to the other side of the lake, and we would have done all of those today coming back around. And then yet another little tugboat leaving, or not tugboat, sorry, ferry leaving. So it's really beautiful, and our room is the one right up the top there on the right hand side. Yeah, so the lights stayed on. Oh, that's surprising. So there we go. We're very, very fortunate people indeed. So here we have the beautiful dining room that actually gives onto that lovely terrace there. Everything is very modern and really, really beautiful. Really very stylish indeed. And then we have this gorgeous foyer area where people can sit. There's a lovely bar, have a drink, beautiful lounging area just to sit and relax while you're sitting in the foyer. So, and then again, that just looks back once again through to the restaurant and through to the beautiful terrace at the back. It's gorgeous. We're very, very happy indeed with our choice, and I would have never imagined to have an upgrade to such a beautiful room. The day trippers, some of them have left. This is the really pretty little roadway. Oh gosh, look at that. What is that? Oh, flashing lights, and we're on our way. Hotel. Oh, it's the next hotel, I think. Must be through to there. And there's an ATM here. Oh, we needed cash. So what time have we booked in for dinner, darling? 8. Okay. Oh, it was just a little passageway. Isn't that cute? Very pretty place. Hello. Quack, 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 quack. Oh. The water's so clear. Someone's just arriving by boat. And another lovely terrace over there, and another really pretty restaurant there. We decided to go to a restaurant. We weren't bothered about the view because honestly, we have the most spectacular views from our room, so we hardly need to pay for one of these lakefront restaurants. I actually wanted to go to a restaurant, and David agreed, where the food was kind of typical of here. Sometimes these tourists, we wanted local cuisine, so we decided to just book into a really lovely restaurant that was suggested by the hotel, and we looked, and the prices are very good. We looked online, they're excellent, but they had a lot of local foods, which includes usually a lot of fish, but like cold water fish, trouts and salmons and things like that, polenta, different things like that, which are very local to the north. Whereas a lot of the restaurants sometimes that you get on the waterfront or that are more touristy kind of cater more for a tourist palate, and that's not what we wanted to try. This is the Giardino Grazia dell'Eda, Nobel per la letteratura. She won the Nobel Prize for Literature. Oh, that pleases me very much. And look at the beautiful garden they created for her under the walls of part of the castle, and there is a massive orange tree here The perfume is incredible. So we're just inside part of the walls here. And you can see over there the tower. And there you can see my beautiful husband. And you can see that the colours are going to start changing very soon, so we're going to watch the sunset. But isn't this just gorgeous? It's heavenly. Yet another beautiful, beautiful piazza. Let me spin around for you. So again, full of restaurants, hotels, very, very pretty buildings. Lots of people having their aperitivo. We just tried part of the gelato, or David had a taste of one of the gelatos. Oh look, it's all full of tulips, but they've almost lost all their flowers. The spring flowers coming out. This must have been really pretty about a week or so ago. There's just so many pretty colours of tulips. But yes, the gelateria is open till midnight, so it gives us lots of time to be able to have dinner and then go back for a walk and have one later. Oh my goodness, look at the colour of the water, and there's some huge fish in there. I don't know whether they're freshwater trout or salmon, but they are really big. And that's the little piazza. So that's the doorway we came through on the little bus when we came in. We felt like really, VIPs. They come and pick you up at the car park because there's no other way of getting you there anyway with your luggage. So basically, they have to do that. And look at this beautiful castle here sitting in its own moat that obviously comes in directly from the lake. Isn't that just spectacular? But I cannot get over the clarity and the colour of this water. And we're going to walk down towards the waterfront now of the lake because the colours are starting to change for sunset, and we really want to see that. The sun is just starting to set and the colours are changing, and the beautiful clouds that are hanging over the top of the snowy cliffs over there, or the mountain tops, and the colour of the water. Everything's turquoise and deeper blue and purple and lilac, and as you come down closer here, it's crystal clear and very, very pale blue. For heaven's sakes, look at this. I just looked up and there's a fig tree that's literally burst itself through that wall, and that would be a decent solid wall there. For heaven's sakes. Amazing. So that was another thing we didn't know. They have terme, the terme CATTULO, and that looks like a beautiful building in there. So they have thermal baths and obviously a thermal centre in there. So that's really interesting. And fancy car. And then over here, what does this say? It's the Parco Donnino Zorzi, Parecco di Sirmione, from 1950 to 1993. Cappellano Alpino. I'm not sure what a Cappellano Alpino was. It was obviously something very special. It might have been part of the Alpine forces, perhaps army, because they did have their own forces. So the sign is just here. Then you then have the most beautiful panoramic walk, which I saw on the internet. If we have time, maybe we might do some tomorrow morning. We're not sure what we've got time for. We'll see, because it goes all the way to the end of the point, like the peninsula that Sirmione is sitting upon. And you can see already that the peace and quiet, the beautiful nature, the trees. What a spot. And the end is all parks, and then at the very end of the point there is a beach, but before that there are ancient Roman ruins, an entire, I think, old Roman villa. It doesn't say it on there, does it? No, because that's hotels. So I would love to have a wander there if we get a chance. There are the thermal baths right overlooking the lake. What a gorgeous place to sit in the beautiful warm water. That is really spectacular. And that's a nice place to come for therapy or just to relax, isn't it? Are you happy to be here?
Oh, it's just so awesome.
It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, isn't it? My gosh, it's just heavenly.
There are lots of words.
We just, every turn we take here while we're walking, I keep on going, oh, let's go there, oh, let's go over there. It's so pretty, everything. Have any of you been here before? Because I didn't know Sirmione at all, just like I didn't know Lake Garda. If you know Sirmione, let me know what your impressions were, but it's just gorgeous. Buongiorno. So at this point of the film, I'm interrupting to let you know what exactly happened. Unfortunately, after a huge storm, there was a leakage of water under a door in our room. I went for a massive slide with bare feet, flew through the air like a ballerina, fell down not so much like a ballerina, came down with a massive whack onto the concrete floor and tore my tendon and 2 muscles to the 3rd degree, which is the worst tears you can get. One of them was 6.5 centimeter tear or retraction. Ended up obviously in hospital. Didn't get a diagnosis until we got back to Tuscany and almost had to have surgery. Luckily, I decided to go down the natural path of lots and lots of therapy and water therapy. Hence, you've seen me in films going to Terme for therapies. I was on crutches for over 4 months, but still needed to carry a crutch around most of the time if I was going to be walking anywhere. And in Chiani, there's lots of hills. So now that I'm back in Australia, as you would have perhaps caught on, I've still been doing therapy right up until now. I now swim a lot. I go to a local pool to swim a lot and still do water therapy and physiotherapy. So that's pretty much what happened to me during the last 9 months that has lasted. It was a pretty big deal, but we always just keep on smiling and moving forward. So I thought I would just interrupt to let you know, but let's keep on looking at the wonderful tour that David takes you on as well, when I couldn't, around the beautiful Sirmione on Lake Garda. Dinner in bed, seeing I'm not allowed to get up. So we got room service and I'm covered in a towel because I always make a mess of myself in bed. Don't I, darling? But I have a very lovely view and we're watching a nice documentary on TV. And David's next to me. You can see his tootsies. See my tootsies? I've got a big bag of ice sitting right under my bottom and my leg. And there you go, bon appetit. And there's the best nurse on the planet. Hello, Florence. Hello, Florence Nightingale. He's just wonderful, thank you much. Oh, hello, Frank Nightingale. Well, Francis is also a boy's name. If it's spelt a different way, Florence. Florence Nightingale. You could be Firenze Nightingale. Anyway, my darling, thank you so much for taking such precious care of me.
Pleasure.
You are just wonderful. And we do have a very comfortable place to hang out if we have to be stuck somewhere. Though I'm sending David out walking this afternoon, most definitely. He can't just be here stuck in this room like me.
Roman ruins.
Absolutely wonderful. And I'll get him to vlog. Because unfortunately, and I want to see what they look like. So I also will be just like all of you out there. I'll get to enjoy it vicariously via David. Well, here I am, as I said, in my nice robe. Lucky I'm in a lovely hotel that gives you a nice cozy robe. Been lying on the bed making a vlog for you. But I went up to go to the bathroom, and I can't help but go and check out the view, and it's so beautiful. I said to David, oh gosh, look, this is just so beautiful. If you have to get stuck somewhere, just as well be someone as gorgeous as here. The weather has brightened up this afternoon, and although the sky is still glazed over, grey, look at the colour of that water. And it's nice and sunny down on the deck. Might even get there later on, you never know my luck. Look at the restaurant next door, is jam-packed, people sitting out in the sun, and the little boats are working very hard. It's Sunday, so lots and lots of people out for lunch, out and about, having the day in the lake. The boats are in and out, queues down on the... And there were some swans just down here that I was going to try and show you. But that water, the colour of the water is so soothing to me. I couldn't be in a better place.
Here we are outside the hotel. We're just going to go on a solo adventure as Marissa is still resting in bed, and we'll see what we'll find. I'm hoping to get to the Roman ruins, and which is right at the end of the peninsula, but we'll go for an adventure, and we're heading this way. All right. Here we go. This is halfway to the Grotto di CATTULO, Lido Pubblico. We're outside the gates, these beautiful gates, and it's a Hotel Villa Cortoni. Look at those fantastic pillars. It's beautiful. There's some statues right inside of the gates as well, and beautiful gardens. And right behind those gates is this spectacular villa, which have these fantastic views across the lake. It's beautiful colour yellow. And some wonderful light shades. See that light shade above the door? It's just about there. It's fantastic. Now we're heading down this beautiful canopied road towards the grotto, and I'll just change the camera around and show you that. Another gated entrance just above the Roman grotto or Roman ruins, and then there's this fantastic gate which goes into another beautiful gardens with the pathway of pine trees. that was funny. So I took a right into the left and ended up back almost where I started from. But you know, there you go. It's an adventure, travelling around and walking down little side streets. But I think we're back en route and we should be getting to the grotto soon. Well, we're here at the end of the peninsula, and I'll just swing around, see if you can see behind me. That little pathway there goes down to a beach. I think it's called Jamaica Beach. But unfortunately there's a bit of a queue to get into the Roman ruins, so I'll wander down to the beach and see what's there and see what we can see from there. Well, that's part of the Roman ruins that we can see, and then what we're going to do is go down to the park and see where that leads us. So we've arrived at Jamaica Beach. You can see there's a little bar, bar to sit on. There's swimming. And we're right below the Roman ruins. See the trees there. Thought I'd just video outside that villa, that beautiful iron gate. As you know, we like iron gates. But just a fantastic villa. What a spot. So that big yellow villa is Maria Callas. In questo villa negli anni 50 soggiorno accanto al marito Giovanni Battista Negarini. Maria Callas. Well, that was a nice little walk. We didn't get into the Roman ruins. A bit of a queue there to get into those, to see those. But it was a lovely walk around the end of the peninsula, and some amazing villas and places and parks. I'm just sitting in a little park now. So obviously some of that translation, you have to excuse my pronunciation. I'm sure Marissa will laugh when she hears my pronunciation of those signposts. But yeah, it's a beautiful place, Sirmione. So much to do and see, and as you can see, lots of people think that because it's crowded, although it is a long weekend in Italy this weekend, so that's why it's very crowded at the moment. But you can imagine in the summer months, you know, with the beach and everything, people going for a dip in the beautiful waters. So yeah, so it's a beautiful place. I would highly recommend anybody who's up in the lakes to stay in Sirmione. It's definitely one for the memory banks and for everybody to take in all the sights and the beautiful scenery. Cheers for now. I hope you enjoyed my little bit of vlogging. Not quite the same as Marissa's, but I hope it's all okay. Cheers.
Well, pizza, bed rest, and sunset views. I'm going to have to shift in my bed to get the view, but for the moment I'll just concentrate on the pizza for a couple of minutes. Let's have a look. Oh, pizza margherita. Buon appetito! Someone asked me if David was the perfect waiter. I would say yes. Pour away, my darling.
Madam?
We have pizza in bed. My leg is resting. And I have a sunset with a glass of wine. Thank you, my darling. David was just explaining to me when the ambulance people carried me out of here that they had to come down this big staircase. So our room, we're on the 3rd floor and we're up there and around to the left. Now the lift here is really only about a 3-person lift, so me lying on a stretcher type bed was never going to work. So those poor darlings, honestly, they were so good. They tried so hard to keep me comfortable. They had to carry me down all of those layers. Now, can you see how far down that is? I'm going to zoom in for you so you understand, but it's six flights of stairs with landings like that in between where they would pop me down. There you can go. And they would have a rest on the way. We're just trying to walk down some of the quieter streets. I'm walking. I can't call it walking. I'm staggering. I'm sliding. I don't know what I'm doing anyway. I'm trying to put one little tiny footstep in front of the other. And this was a little street where there weren't so many people and I wasn't getting bulldozed because the main street is quite scary for me. I keep on thinking someone's going to knock me over. But I've got my personal bodyguard here, which is always handy. And I said, if anyone knocks me over, I've got 2 crutches. I'm going to bash them. I don't need any more accidents. That's for certain. Do you think we have enough gelato, David?
Could go more, but...
Well, that's 3 scoops. One of a beautiful milk-free chocolate, which is to die for, and the other is just all lemon because we both are lemon lovers and it's so fresh and beautiful. And I'm just leaning against a wall because I can't sit down, but I can lean. It's not so uncomfortable. And if I don't stop filming, David's just going to scoff the whole lot down. Why aren't you feeding me any? Why aren't you filming me? I mean, why aren't you feeding me, not filming me? You're meant to be my little manservant. Ah, that's better. Okay, I'm going to stop filming, otherwise it's going to melt. It's 21 degrees today. Hallelujah. Buon appetito. think this is nearly as good as painkillers, but not quite. But it's far more enjoyable to take.
It's delizioso.
Mamma mia. What the Italians don't know what to do. They know how to do everything. And they definitely know how to make gelato. David's in agreement. My beautiful husband just said something very funny to me, which I had to share. I just said, I think your eyes, because I wanted 2 scoops, but he wanted 3, and I said, I think your eyes are bigger than your belly, because this is way too much. And he said,
It's big in your head, you don't eat it. Small on your head, so it's okay.
It's smaller than your head, so it's okay to eat. Correct? Oh my gosh, okay. Very interesting philosophy, my darling. Very, very interesting philosophy. That was very shareable. Oh dear. I can't ever not take pictures of beautiful, beautiful roses, and I can smell all the way back here. I can actually smell their perfume. But plus this is this gorgeous tunnel, if you can see, with wisteria. It's just in the hotel that's next to ours, and it's a beautiful old classic garden. It's really, really pretty. And that's where we just took a selfie photo. Oh, the ducks are doing it. I love when they do that. They play, fighting or playing. We're not sure. We either think it's males fighting or someone having fun. But this lady here, Sirmione, on all the different little pontoons, if you like. There's people going out in these great big long speed boats, for tours all the way around the peninsula, and unfortunately I just can't get into a boat, obviously, so that will be for another time. But I'm just happy to actually be staggering around the town. I've gone about 100 meters from the hotel, maybe. I'm so proud to have gone 100 meters, but now I'm going to have to head back. I've had gelato, we bought a little souvenir, and I think my leg has now had enough. Buongiorno from Sirmione. Well, it's my last morning here. We've decided to try and start the trip home. There's some people paddleboarding. How lovely. Beautiful morning for it. Yes, we're trying to... I was just watching the swan here and the ducks up the front of the hotel. And we are going to venture off today and do about just under 3 hours drive, we hope, to break up the trip, because I can't actually sit down easily. So sitting in the car is going to be a bit of a struggle. I'm going to be okay. I know I have a nice painkiller that I'll have after breakfast that will help me keep relatively comfortable for most of the journey, and then we'll just get there, short trip, relax, and then do the other sort of 3 hours again. Well, not even, I don't think. Home to Chiani, and then it's going to be time to rehabilitate properly at home, maybe get some physiotherapy, maybe go to the spa and the thermal spa close by, and relax in the lovely thermal waters. That's meant to be wonderful for circulation, and of course it also releases tension in muscles and things like that, so we'll see. But I'm a little bit concerned about using crutches on our steep roads, and we have a lot of steps in the house, but I have wonderful railings going up and down my steps, so I know I'll be just fine. It'll just take adjustment, like anything else in life. You just have to adjust, don't you? What with all the drama that happened in this room, I totally forgot to film it for you at the beginning. The day we arrived, we were here late in the afternoon. We wanted to go out and catch the sunset. We went out for dinner, and then I came home and had my accident straight over there. That was the leaky door just there, and I just went flying because we couldn't see on the dark grey floor that there was a puddle of water. But buongiorno, as they say when life throws you lemons, make limoncello. Well, it's been an unusual time here in Sirmione because we came here thinking of going on boat rides and beautiful walks and discovering things together, and then it ended up being something very, very different. But as I leave the beautiful Hotel Flaminia here, where we were very fortunate to stay on, and of course people have asked me about insurances and different things like that. Don't worry, we'll be looked after. But I really wanted to thank the beautiful staff here because it wasn't their fault that this thing happened in this hotel. It is a fault obviously in the room, but it's nobody's fault that works here. It's not the receptionist's fault. It's not the people in the bar or the cleaners or anybody else. And they have been darlings. They've been caring and compassionate and helpful. And when I looked down the stairs yesterday and saw how far they carried me down in a stretcher with the ambulance people, I said, gosh, I bet you wish that I only weighed 40 kilos when you did that. So I just wanted to say grazie mille, because really you have made me feel so much more comfortable. You have allowed us to stay in that beautiful room for a prolonged period while I recuperated a little, enough to get in the car today and drive probably about 3 hours today. I think we're going. So just little drives to get us back home. But it has been an unusual experience, not one I was looking forward to, but I must admit, having to just slow down and rest and relax probably did me the world of good in some ways. I obviously had no choice. Sometimes that's a message from the universe, isn't it? And I do believe in these things, and I'm not bitter and I'm not upset with anybody. I just know that life throws these things at you sometimes for a purpose. And I just hope that I get over it really quickly though, because I've got so many lovely fun things to do in Chiani that I know for the moment I'm going to have to put to one side. But time heals everything, doesn't it? So it'll be okay. And thank you all. You have all been so gorgeous and gracious, and your prayers and your thoughts and your well wishes mean so much to me. So much. It's an incredible thing to have so many lovely virtual friends around the world that care so much about David and I, and that send us so much love. And I really, truly do feel it. I can tell you right now. And I thank you so much for it. Well, I can tell you right now, I didn't think on this particular holiday trip, whatever you want to call it, that I'd be sitting by a pool anywhere. I don't have a bathing costume, and because it's been so freezing cold, it's been unseasonably cold everywhere we've been. And when I booked in to stay here at this lovely villa this evening, which again, as I said, is so reasonable. Honestly, I'll put the description in the video. I didn't even realise. I think I looked quickly and I saw it had a pool, but I kind of didn't think about it because it just hasn't been on my radar for this trip. Plus because of being in pain. But honestly, I'm actually on a lilo by the pool. It is like 30 degrees. We've just been served cappuccinos by the most delightful young man. And it's just the perfect place to rest for the rest of the afternoon, for the evening. It feels so good because I just haven't been able to do that much, as you know. And David and I are taking a couple of hours now just to walk around these beautiful gardens. Actually, I've just looked up and I can see the tips of those mountains up behind us, darling. Remember those huge mountains? I can see them through the trees. Yeah, because up behind us here is Carrara. So this is Massa Carrara, if you like. Carrara is just north of here. So we drove by. I was going to say we walked by. We drove by all the massive mountains where all the Carrara, the white Carrara marble is cut. And you see it as you're driving along, all the great big ancient quarries. And I said to David, isn't it incredible that there's still marble left when you think that that's been cut and things have been made from Carrara marble since the Romans, and maybe even prior, I'm not sure. It would probably be up to at least 2,000 years that they've been cutting those mountains, and there's still a hell of a lot of marble there. You can see it. So it's quite extraordinary. But I'm so happy that we came here, and I'm so happy that we decided to cut the journey here for my comfort, but it's turning into something that's lovely for both of us, really and truly.